Hello, zoologists of all shapes and sizes. My name is Chance. Welcome to my Spellbook, and thank you so much for tuning into the 45th episode of our Beast series. Man, we got a great one in store for us today. Seriously, guys, this one is off the hook. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the Stirge, which I have a hard time penciling into that 1/8 CR. I think it should be a little bit higher, but whatever. Wizards, this is all on you, and this is found in the basic rules. So the Stirge is kind of weird. The way the book describes it is it's kind of like a cross between a large bat and an oversized mosquito, which sounds terrifying. Its legs end in sharp pincers, and its long, needle-like, basically nose slashes the air as it seeks to feed on the blood of living creatures. My goodness, is that terrifying. They also feed on blood of living things, attaching to them and draining them slowly, but they pose little danger in small numbers, which I really don't believe, and we'll get into that in a little bit, but they form packs. And once again, they do drain blood, so it's quite terrifying, I gotta say. This is probably the scariest monster we've really covered, and I'd be very hesitant to use these without NPC support. And I'll get into why that is in a little bit here, but before we take that much of a deep dive on it, let's take a look at its stats here. So the Stirge is considered to be a tiny beast. AC of 14, which is actually really good. Hit points of 2, calculated by just rolling a straight d4. Has a walk speed of 10 feet, but a fly speed of 40 feet, which is actually pretty incredible for a tiny beast. Taking a look at his stats, you'll notice there's really not a lot to brag about. Aside from dexterity, of which it has a +3, outside of that, there's not too much to it. Taking a look at his senses, you'll see Darkvision up to 60 feet and a pass perception of 9. But that's all pretty boring, just to be honest with you. So let's get to the exciting stuff, its actions. So the Stirge can do one action, and that is called Blood Drain. Oh, dang, does that sound like a cool name. Whatever. It is considered to be a melee weapon attack, +5 to hit, heck yeah. Range of 5 feet, can only target one creature, deals 5 piercing damage on a hit, calculated by rolling 1d4 and adding a +3 modifier to it. But that's not all. The Stirge attaches to the target. While attached, the Stirge doesn't attack. Instead, at the start of each of the Stirge's turn, the target loses 5 hit points due to blood loss, or 1d4 +3 once again. The Stirge can detach himself by spending 5 feet of its movement. It does so after it drains 10 hit points of blood from the target, or the target dies. A creature, including the target, can use its action to detach the Stirge. Very cool stuff. God, do I love these. Man, this would be fun to use. The thing that I would really caution about is throwing too many of these up against a party. Especially a party with more casters than not, and less beefier foes. Reason being, especially at those early levels, 10 hit points is a pretty big chunk to a caster. And especially if you're throwing multiple Stirges at them, you run the risk of it being a huge problem. And the fact that they technically deal damage over time is even worse. I mean, you gotta think, in a standard swamp, kind of jungly area, I would expect there to be at least a dozen of these. And I know you can make the argument that they're not very tough, they only got a couple of hit points. If you have something like Magic Missile, you could take a lot of them out at once, or Eldritch Blast. Like, there are ways around it, really any cantrip even. But still, I'd caution against it, especially if you're using surprise rounds and these guys get the jump on the party. Just saying, it could happen, so be a little bit careful, but hot damn is this cool. Hot damn is this cool. I really do like it. That being said, let me know how you would use a Stirge in your campaigns underneath in the comment section. Also, be sure to tell me whether or not you have any questions, comments, or concerns regarding them. And that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and as always, happy researching, everyone.